Right, so I haven't long got back from Spain on that Zontes, and while I was out there I just thought I really want to go and do it with you on our R1250 GS. But then I got a chance to ride this R1300 GS, so we've taken it out today to find out if we should be trying to work out how we sell stuff to buy this. Right, so I've been riding this for a good 500 miles, probably more than that now, on all kinds of roads, motorways, back roads. So I've got plenty of opinions of this bike. But Helen, my wife, and my trusty Pillion, what did you think of it?
I really liked it, yeah, because normally at this stage in the day, because we've been out in it in a couple of hours and it's cold and it's been raining and we've been on greasy roads, I'd be moaning.
Yeah.
And I haven't moaned today, primarily because I love the heated seat and I want to kiss whoever designed it. It was just made the journey so much more comfortable because I was warm.
Now you've got a heated vest on, although you didn't. I actually told you to turn it on almost, didn't I?
Yeah, but I couldn't find the toggle while I was.
But you didn't seem bothered. Normally you moan about being cold almost instantly. So it makes that much difference.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm cold now. I'm off the bike because I'm not sitting on it, warming my bum. Yeah.
And you didn't feel like you pissed yourself?
Well, I did, because you didn't turn it on till about half an hour into the journey.
Yeah, and you've had it on full all the time.
Yeah, no, I thought I had wet myself, but then I realised I had.
My heated seat, the rider's seat and the heated grips, of course, can be controlled from the bars, but your heated seat, there's a little switch on the side.
So the heated seat on a colder day like today was like magic.
Okay.
But also the seat, even on a warm day, is really comfy.
Okay. Because I saw it and thought it might feel a bit small and you might be a bit disappointed with it. Because I think the rider's seat is, for me, I've got a sensitive bum and I seem to find this seat just fractionally less comfy than the 1250. After about 3 hours riding this, coming back from South Coast, I was just more aware of it, whereas on mine I feel like I could just spend all day, no bother on it. But something you said about how it being lowered was good for you.
Yeah, because it's really clever that it lowers itself when you get on, and because even though I get on very unathletically, if that's the word, it was easier to get on because the bike's lowered, and then it also, because it's lowered, and I guess because you sense that because I sensed that you were more confident with it being lowered, I felt more confident from the start and less perched on the bike. Your bike feels a lot higher.
Yeah, and it is massively higher. Our bike, it automatically levels itself depending on how much load's on it. So if you put loads of luggage on it and pillion everything, it adjusts to suit that. Whereas this one, when you're at walking pace, it lowers itself, and then when you go beyond walking pace, go a bit faster, it brings itself up to normal ride height. It just means when you're turning around or at junction and stuff, it lowers itself, which I love, and that's actually, I'd pay a fair bit of money to have that on our bike. And it's one of the things that makes you think, oh, does this make me more confident, enjoy it more? But what really surprised me is when we pulled away from home, and it was the first time I'd ridden with a pillion on this, you could really tell it had changed the geometry of the bike. It just felt really like, whoa, it was like it was overloaded. On a normal, on an older bikes we've had before where you don't have semi-active suspension or auto leveling or anything, if you haven't bunged the preload up, you get so much sag with, when you fully loaded the bike, that you can feel that it feels vague at the front, and that's what this felt like. But it's only at walking pace, and it does mean there's been a couple of times you were taking the piss out of me because I kind of stumbled, but it was nice just going, it's all right, I've just got my feet down. And even though I've been doing this donkey's years, it's still a thing with me. I'm rubbish at turning around the road, and I just kind of, What about the styling of it? Because I'm like in two minds about it. At first when I saw it, I was like, oh no, good, mine looks much better. And I'm like, I wasn't sure about this slab-sidedness, but it kind of feels quite compact. I don't know.
I suppose it's quite rad, isn't it? And it's a bit like the Land Rovers when I first saw it the Defenders?
The Defender. Yeah.
When I first saw them, I laughed when I was in the car. I thought they were disgusting. Now I quite like them. Okay. And that's not a very good analogy because this isn't that.
Well, some people would say it's a perfect analogy.
It's kind of an unusual. It kind of looks quite different to yours.
Yeah.
Which at first I thought was a little bit. I thought it was a bit ugly, but it's grown on me.
But you still don't like the headlight, do you?
I'm not so keen on the headlight, no.
Okay.
No, but I do. It's a smart bike. I think in a better colour it would look there's nothing wrong with this green, but just not as
It's
smart.
just not for you.
Yeah, it's not as smart as the other colours.
So it has been a grim day, and I'll go over some of the things I've thought about this. But one thing that has knocked my confidence in a little bit, but to be fair, I think it might have been my mistake. We were meant to go out yesterday. Lovely, wasn't a lovely day. It was grey, but it was dry and decent day, and it was completely and utterly dead. I put the multimeter across the battery and there was 0 volts, which luckily made me think before I started trying to jump it or anything. You never have a battery that's got 0 volts. It's a lithium battery. The BMS battery management system had disconnected itself because it didn't want a deep discharge. Luckily, I've got the Optimate Pro 1 Duo, which connected, which then turns the BMS back on and then charges it, which is why we came out today. I don't like lithium batteries. I'm too fat to worry about losing a bit of weight for a battery to make a difference. And on something that has a parasitic drain, like a modern bike, I just don't think they're a great idea. I've got one on my ZX6, but that has nothing pulling any power from it. And they have a low self-discharge. So they're good for that. But otherwise, I just don't stop them. But anyway, you don't care about that, do you?
Unsurprisingly, I know nothing about batteries.
But the battery thing, I think that could have partly been my mistake. But what I've thought about it, when I first got it, I came back, didn't I, going, oh shit, I think I'm going to want to change our bike. And then I was like, no, actually, no, definitely, love has best. And then I took it out, I did some back roads and kind of ended up following somebody. And it got quite rapid. And the way this likes to flap a little bit, completely controlled, but it reminded me of the SLs and XR, which I just found a bit too tall and a bit too harsh at times, but it had that really awesome aggressiveness. Which the 1250 has got, but it's just a bit more calm. This has got a little bit of an edge again, where it gets a little bit lively and a little bit like, come on, and it wants to lift occasionally. It's just really exciting. And then I ended up going, I think I want it again. I don't think I could afford it, but it's that liveliness that makes this really good. But on the other hand, I hate this switchgear. Besides the fact that by now, everybody's been saying, why is this not illuminated switchgear by now? And you'd get used to it. You get used to any bike when it's yours. But coming back on the motorway in the dark with winter gloves on, I couldn't find any of the switches. But I guess you'd learn it. But it's the fact that by taking away the ignition switch or the power switch on the top yoke, that's moved up to here, which was where the heated grips switch was on mine, or you could have the heating on there. The rocker switch here is now controlling the menu that you have to press this button to decide whether you want to either control the heated grips or the damping mode or the ride height or the screen. You have to keep going into a menu to decide what you want to change. It just ruins it for me. But then that ride just made me think, this is awesome. Things like the adaptive cruise control, that's cool. It's not something I'd pay for. So that's where I'd spec mine down a little bit, because it's good, and what that does is when you're on cruise, it will back off and stuff for other cars. But it doesn't see a car that you look and think they're going to pull out. I'll just roll off a bit. It waits until they've pulled out and they go, oh, slow down. And you could say, well, you take over that. But once you've got something like that doing the control, you kind of don't want to turn it off. The screen's really good. And when you put that right up, when I haven't got all those mounts on it, the screen is like, it just goes silent. It's really, really impressive. But then bring it down, you get plenty of air over you. So there's no buffeting. I've just been really, really impressed with that. And the headlight too, although it does look odd, we've got no spots on this, but dip beam has been really good. I wish I'd had the camera on when I went through the New Forest, because there were just horses appearing in the middle of the road. And dip beam is stunningly good. There's not that horrible cut off you get with LED lights, but I did find the main beam seems a bit high, so it could be adjusted. But that was a bit letterbox. It was all right, and you almost don't need the main beam because the dip's so good. And other than that, it's got some other neat stuff. The cubby hole here is quite cool. It'll just take my Pixel 7 Pro, and there's a charging port underneath, but I don't think I could get the charging cable in with this phone. And it's got stuff like collision avoidance, but I just turned that off because what Steve said when he was filtering, there was a point where it saw the car that he was just going around and it shut, I don't know whether it braked but it tried to slow him down and he lost his balance and nearly kind of had to step off it. So I just turned all that off. Like hill hold control, I just can't get used to it. I'm sure it's good, but there's some things. I don't dislike electronics on bikes at all. I think they're great to have, as long as they don't interfere or distract you. And for those things, I'm like, nah, that just doesn't help me. But otherwise, I kind of feel like I've come to the conclusion that I do like the extra go this has got. It's got that little bit more liveliness that makes it that little bit more exciting. Not a lot, because I think mine is like a fat supermoto, and this has just got a slightly more supermoto feel. And it's the lower in suspension. They're the two things that would make me want this. But I don't know. When we did that S1000 XR review, we were both, by the end of it, you were just like, just do it, buy one. And I was like, yeah. So what do you, let's take how the hell we'd get the money together out of that. Let's pretend the money was there. What do you think?
It's really fab bike for a Pillion, whether it's like, I don't know, 7-8 grand's worth or whatever.
On top of mine,
yeah. On top of that, worth changing if you've already got a really nice bike like yours. But if you're looking for one from fresh, then this is definitely worth it. I think before I said, was it the Versys that was really good for a Pillion?
Versys 1000, you loved that, didn't you? It was good.
Yeah, that was really good, and this matches that.
So do you think the Versys 1000, you preferred that over R1250?
I always felt there was something about that bike, and maybe that just was a really good confidence giver for a Pillion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we did have that type.
And this gives you the same feel.
Maybe it's that lowness.
I think that's the lowness.
Yeah. I mean,
and then that's maybe because I know that you're more confident because I think was it the Versys we were on in the down south in the Devon little roads.
Yeah, and we had a van come out and I lost my footing into a ditch.
Yeah,
but still held it.
Yeah, but you still held it. And I think because I get a sense that you're more confident, it makes me more confident. You don't get that kind of like where I feel like I have to sit really, really still when we're at slow speeds on those little kind of tiny country lanes or... Yeah. I must admit, I wasn't kind of conscious of you doing anything. No, I felt
you were very relaxed.
At home here. And I do on your bike, it's a really good Pillion bike. This just slightly has the edge, I think, because of the fact that it'll lower itself. And it's super clever that it lowers itself and you don't feel it going higher again.
I can't feel it. It's only really, how the geometry changes.
I don't know how they do that. It's really clever. Switchcraft.
I was honestly hoping that we'd get to the end of this video and go, yeah, so it's really good. Yeah. But no, neither of us really want one.
Yeah, it's a lovely bike. If you've got the,
money.
It's fantastic. And if you want to go long distance with a Pillion and you want your Pillion not to moan and to stay warm, if you're going through the Alps or wherever you'd go where it was chilly, this is perfect.
I'd say if in that case, all I'd change is I wouldn't have this is a BMW top box. They're actually made by Shad, BMW luggage. It's a really nice bit of kit. It expands upwards, but it's still too small for me. And, we've had to strap the seats on that we didn't end up needing because it's so blooming horrible out. But you still can't get the panniers for these at the moment. But I'd put those Shad expanding panniers on that I've got and probably my Jivy Trekker top box that I've had for donkey's years. Yeah. And then we'd have everything we need. Except any money left because we
we don't have any money to go on holiday, but could dream of it.